Welcome to our channel, Your Secret. Today we will explore time and destiny through a completely different lens and a profound depth. Before we begin, I kindly ask you to support our channel by liking this video and leaving a comment. If you haven't joined the Secret family yet, you can accompany us on this journey by subscribing. What we are about to discuss transcends ordinary knowledge. It is filled with truths that move not just the mind, but the heart. Have you ever wondered, is time really something that passes? Or are we experiencing what has already happened, step by step? Is what we call destiny truly an unchangeable fate? Or do we, with every choice, merely make visible that which already exists? Throughout this video, we will examine these two great mysteries, the structure of time and the nature of destiny, through the perspective of one of the greatest names in Islamic thought, Muhyiddin ibn Arabi. This is not just a transfer of information. Together we will open the doors to a grand system operating in the background of your life. You will realize that time is not a straight line, and destiny is not a punishment, but a much higher level of consciousness. According to Ibn Arabi, what you call the past is actually still there. What you call the future has already taken place. In this infinite cycle, you are both the actor and the spectator. Once you encounter this perspective, you can never look at anything the same way again. If you are here, perhaps you have already heard this call for change. Now let me ask you, are you ready for a truth greater than who you think you are? If your answer is yes, let us pull back the curtain of time and discover the secret behind destiny, step by step. Time is one of the most familiar yet mysterious concepts in human history. In daily life, we measure it in minutes, hours, and days. Sometimes we chase it, sometimes we wish it would stop. But according to Ibn Arabi, time is merely a reflection of a truth hidden behind the veil. He does not see time as a fixed reality, but as a veil created by our limited perception. The only thing that truly exists is the moment. The past is now a memory. The future is a dream wandering in our minds. But the moment contains the past within it and serves as a door opening to the future. Ibn Arabi expresses this strikingly. Time is the shadow of God's power. Time itself is nothing more than the sequential manifestation of divine acts. In this view, a moment you think is past still exists in divine knowledge, and the future you think hasn't happened yet has already been lived in the knowledge of God. You do not live time, you perceive it. Time is a veil drawn over the truth. When that veil rises, only reality remains. This is why, in the realm of meaning, in the presence of the divine, time does not exist. There, timelessness reigns. As the Quran states, every day he is bringing about a matter. For God, moments are not tied to one another. Every single moment is a brand new creation. This understanding brings us to the reality of destiny. When you truly begin to understand time, you realize life is not just a chain of external events. There is an invisible but palpable order behind everything. This order is supported not only by sacred texts, but also by modern science. Specifically, experiments in quantum physics offer remarkable parallels to the truths Ibn Arabi voiced centuries ago. Take the double-slit experiment. In short, when particles like electrons are fired at a screen with two slits without being observed, they create an interference pattern. They act like waves, passing through both slits simultaneously. But if you observe them with a measuring device, the electron passes through only one slit and acts like a particle. The act of observation alone changes the outcome. Without observation, all possibilities exist together. With observation, only one becomes reality. This is where Ibn Arabi's words echo. You do not live time, you perceive it. Reality takes shape based on how you look at it. You perceive time as a straight line because your perception only allows for that. Yet time is an ocean of possibilities, and through your consciousness, one of those possibilities manifests as reality. Ibn Arabi suggests that time is a state of consciousness in a state of becoming. We are not subject to time. Time is shaped with us. It is a spiritual awareness. The deeper this awareness, the more consciously we can walk within the software of destiny. In the double-slit experiment, the particle is in a state of potential before observation. Life is the same. The future exists in all its potentials within divine knowledge. But when you make a choice, One of those potentials becomes your reality. Your will operates within a divine system. Here, destiny and free will do not contradict, they are parts of a single whole. When you perceive the meaning behind an event, you no longer live it as a prisoner of fate. Instead, you begin to decode the divine message being opened to you. Time and destiny cease to be a system that rules over you and become the map of your inner journey. Ibn Arabi places special importance on the moment. To him, the moment carries the traces of the past and the seeds of the future. Whenever you truly exist in the now, you experience the divine manifestation. Destiny is your inner mirror, and life is the reflection you see in it. To understand this better, let's use a metaphor. Imagine you are at the peak of a high mountain, looking down at a long path through a valley. You can see the beginning, the middle, and the end of the road all at once. But someone walking on that road can only see the next step. For the one at the peak, everything is simultaneous. For the walker, time moves step by step. Ibn Arabi says God's knowledge is that of the one at the peak. God knows all, but this knowledge does not cancel human free will. This is similar to the block universe theory in modern physics, which suggests the universe exists as a single whole, past, present, and future together. We may simply be experiencing different points of it as we move through it. This is very close to Ibn Arabi's concept of la zaman, timelessness. So if everything is known, why do we strive? Ibn Arabi explains, knowledge follows the known. God does not cause an event simply because he knows it. Rather, he knows it because it will happen through your choices. Think of a teacher who knows which student will struggle with a certain question. That knowledge doesn't force the student's answer. The student solves the exam with their own will. Similarly, God knows his servants, but that knowledge does not cancel the servant's responsibility. He says, the servant wills and God wills, but the servant's willing occurs through God's willing. This is not a contradiction, but a magnificent unity. Your will is real, but limited. God is unlimited. Destiny is not an imposition. It is a level of consciousness. You experience destiny on the plane of your own awareness. This doesn't make you a puppet. It makes you a partner in wisdom. When you touch that meaning, destiny is no longer a chain. It becomes a ladder. With every choice, you rise. With every experience, you wake up. Surrendering to destiny is not helplessness. It is an awakening. It means accepting what is with wisdom, knowing that everything that happens to you is there to teach you something. Modern neuroscience shows that the brain makes decisions milliseconds before we are consciously aware of them. This doesn't negate free will. It shows that consciousness is rooted much deeper than surface awareness. Ibn Arabi calls this marifa, gnosis. True will comes from the depths of the soul. Imagine a theatre play. The script was written long ago. The actors know their roles, but the play is performed anew every night. The audience watches with different eyes each time, and the actor deepens the role with every performance. This is destiny. It is written, yes, but how you play it, and with what consciousness you live it, changes every time. You are both the actor and the spectator. This awareness opens new paths. Every moment, you face a choice that leads you down one of the paths already known in divine knowledge. But the journey happens through your own orientation, not by force. The secret of destiny lies not just in what is lived, but how it is lived. The same event can be a disaster for one person and a catalyst for awakening for another. Time is not just a movement on a clock. It is a divine invitation. When you stay in the now, you leave the weight of the past and the fear of the future behind. Only the now is the moment God speaks to you. When you live that moment with consciousness, you stop fighting destiny and begin to align with it. Surrender is not passivity. It is living with the knowledge that every event is trying to connect with you. When you recognize that bond, you become a witness, not a victim. You become a traveler who has decoded the secret of the journey. I have a small request. If this video is more than just information to you, if it is a call to awaken, please write this sentence in the comments. I am now on the trail of truth. This sentence is a powerful sign of the journey you are on. By writing it, you don't just seal your own process, you may facilitate the awakening of another. On the Secret Channel, we don't just speak, we walk together. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens at exactly the right time. Perhaps this video was sent so you could transcend your own time, make peace with your destiny, and remember the truth within you. Take a deep breath. Know that you are no longer following time. You are on the trail of truth.